You need to watch this if you love a good showdown. Harvard versus Trump, the $2.30 billion drama. So, here's the scoop. President Trump demanded that Harvard University return a teeny-tiny $2.3 billion in federal funds. Harvard ever so politely said no. And what happened next? Oh, nothing much, just a casual $2.3 billion funding freeze. Now, I can imagine the Harvard boardroom, oh dear, however will we survive without a mere $2.3 billion? Picture them selling rare books to buy ramen. But let's be clear, the funding freeze comes after the Trump administration said last month it was reviewing $9 billion in federal contracts and grants to Harvard as part of a crackdown on what it says is anti-Semitism that erupted on college campuses during pro-Palestinian protests in the past 18 months. Harvard President Alan Garber wrote in a public letter on Monday that demands made by the Department of Education last week would allow the federal government to control the Harvard community and threaten the school's values as a private institution devoted to the pursuit, production and dissemination of knowledge. No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue, Garber wrote. Harvard President Garber said the federal government's demands that it audit the viewpoints of its students, faculty and staff to ferret out left-wing thinkers generally opposed to the Trump administration clearly violated the university's First Amendment rights to freedom of speech. The university will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights, Garber wrote. So next time someone asks, what's the price of saying no to Trump? Just tell them, it's about $2.3 billion. And remember, folks, correlation doesn't always mean causation. But it sure makes for a good story. Cheers to Harvard for standing their ground and for keeping it entertaining for the rest of us.